You've heard us talk about them. They're in, and they're on the website.
Absolutely. Our brand new America's Diesel podcast, branded bills, badass, flex fit, performance material, sweat stain resistant. It literally feels like it cools your head.
I don't know how that's possible, but somehow it is. Yeah, you can rock it. You know, I'm more of a flat bill kind of guy. You can do that. You can curve it. For all you taco holder guys, you can even throw that in there.
Yeah.
And then snap back with a little bit of the flex fit.
Yeah.
Big head approved, small head approved.
And it's extremely comfortable. I almost guarantee, I say almost guarantee. No, I guarantee this is the most comfortable hat you will ever wear. And the logo, rubber. Awesome. Yeah. Came out great.
Super detailed rubber on there, so it's never going to fade on you. If you want to get one of these in your hands, they are $50, shipped to the lower 48, plus tax, if applicable in your state. Just go on the dieselpowerproducts.com, search hat, look for the fantastic Jam and Eagle logo, and pick yourself up some before they're out of stock.
Yeah.
America's Diesel Podcast.
Brought to you by Diesel Power Products.
America's Diesel Superstore.
No salesman,
just enthusiasts.
DieselPowerProducts.com.
Your number one source for all things diesel.
We should actually, you know what? We should actually use these. If you get too hot, you look a little sweaty.
Dab your face with a little bide-and-bading-a-doo. Just remind me, just slide it off.
Fuck.
Just slide it off.
Oh. Yes.
So those of
Is
you
this
that,
2-ply?
Those of you that can't see, we had a listener send us another fantastic gifts of Biden butt wipes, and me and Tyler just decided just now, you know what?
There you go.
We should use these. It's a little hot in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and just.
Dude, this is 3-ply. Is this Cottonelle?
It's nice. I feel better already.
It kind of, honestly, falls apart in my hand. I don't know if I would actually wipe my butt with it.
Yeah.
One of these sheets might just stay in my butt crack.
I give it on a scale of 1 to 10 badangadoos, I give it about a 4.20 badangadoo.
Yeah, it has about the strength of a 1-ply, but it's 3.
Yeah.
Well, we have that on hand.
That's nice.
That's perfect.
There we go.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Badangadoo.
This week's podcast episode is brought to you by Fuel Bomb Diesel Additive, an additive designed for diesel enthusiasts, made by diesel enthusiasts. Ben, take it away.
Hell yeah, dude. So this is our in-house Fuel Bomb fuel additive for your diesel truck. Our biggest thing here is making sure that you can pretty much always have diesel additive on you all the time. You've got a lot of other additives out on the market that they have, anti-gel in there all the time. They have cetane in there all the time. They end up being big and bulky bottles. Our standard everyday diesel fuel additive is 1 ounce per 32 gallons, and that's its main job is to make sure that your fuel system stays lubricated and prevents the formation of algae. And it should also help you in colder climates too.
Should definitely help you in colder climates. Along with cleaning your fuel system and maintaining it, it'll also help you bump that cetane number up for a more efficient burn of your diesel fuel. And if cetane is just what you're after, there's the Fuel Bomb Hellfire, which is our straight 8+ cetane enhancer.
Yeah, and you guys asked, and we brought them back. We did go away from the bottles that didn't have the measuring little parts in there. We brought them back for you, so now you can measure out your 1 ounce per 32 gallons for the F-Bomb or 4 ounces per 32 gallons for the Hellfire.
Both these additives are available on our website, DieselPowerProducts.com. Now let's get back to that episode.
All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in. This is Ben and Todd from America's Diesel Podcast, coming at you from Spokane, Washington. Appreciate you tuning in. You can find us on all the normal podcast mediums. That's Google Play, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, anywhere you listen to podcasts. You can find us on there by searching America's Diesel Podcast. We're also on the social medias, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. YouTube is probably the best place to leave a comment on an episode and get involved with the chat. Yes, I fully realize that nobody actually watches a podcast. I know. But that is the easiest and best place to start leaving comments because we can chat back and forth and have ourselves a grand old time.
Okay.
Tyler's making me a face at me.
Okay, this is so funny.
Okay.
So I thought the meat sweat thing, that was not something that a lot of people knew. It was a joke thing, like meat sweats. Like I ate too much meat, I got meat sweats.
Yeah, I got meat sweats.
Dude, Arby's and Old Spice teamed up for an ad. Dude, Arby's, we have the meat sweat defense. Don't sweat the meat sweats. Old Spice. Dude, that is epic.
Good on both of them for doing that.
Seriously.
Good on them.
Look at that sandwich. It's making me hungry for Arby's right now.
They've got the meats.
They've got
and
the
the
meats.
sweats.
And the sweats.
And they've got you covered.
Tangent.
Yeah. If you're new to the show, we do have tangents, and sometimes the tangents are actually better than the episode, and sometimes the entire episode is a freaking tangent. So welcome to the show. Welcome to the tangent. Social medias. We are trying to pump up our Instagram. So if you do not follow us there, make sure you do follow us there. It's America's Diesel Podcast. It is actually not run by our company here. It's run by me. So you're not going to get hit with a whole bunch of erroneous ads or anything like that. It's all stuff. I don't spam you or anything kind of good shit. But we do go live on our Instagram account every Wednesday, usually about 4:30, between 4:30 and 5:30. We start in there, and we just go live for about 10, 15 minutes, have a beer with the boys, talk about what you're doing for the weekend, what projects you got going on, ask questions, possibly connect with other people around the country that are doing the same things you are.
It's a community.
It is a community, boys. I'm dead serious. And maybe the one girl that listens to our podcast. There's probably one, maybe 2.5. I don't know. Today, it's 2022. You never know. There may be a half out there. Lastly, Tyler. No, not lastly because I got more, but Tyler's going to talk about reviews.
Oh, God. Reviews. Keep those reviews coming in. 5-star reviews only. You leave a review on any of the platforms that Ben mentioned earlier. Screenshot that and send it to podcast at dieselpowerproducts.com. Make sure to include a picture of your truck and an address that we can send a decal to. Decal, decal, however you pronounce it. It's a sticky thing with a logo on the other side. Stick it anywhere, gain horsepower, gain street cred, whatever you want to gain. It'll give it to you. It's magical. Do it. And lastly. It's not lastly because we always got more. There's always more. If you need diesel parts for your pickup, make sure and check out dieselpowerproducts.com. We've got a lot of parts on the website, and we've got even more coming down the pike. If you are wondering if it's in stock and you happen to see a quick ship logo on that product, pull the trigger, let it ride. It is in stock, ready to rock. If you have questions on what you need, make sure and give our sales techs a call. You can call, email, Facebook message, chat on the website. Any of those, and you can get in contact with one of our knowledgeable sales techs. They are on the phones and live 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific time, Monday through Friday. And if you're listening to this and you're shopping with us, make sure and let them know that you're a podcast listener. That way the big guys upstairs know that we're not just down here drinking beers and making badangadoo jokes, but people listen to us and spend money because money makes the world go round. And lastly, if you are a podcast listener and you're listening, let the guys know if you're on the phone with them that you're a podcast listener. I think I already mentioned that, but also write it in the delivery notes section if you're doing this on the website. As you can tell, this is the second episode of the day. A couple of ballers have gone down. You keep repeating yourself.
I am repeating myself. I am that kind of guy. I have one more thing, though.
I know. If
you are buying parts for your diesel pickup and you are not using dieselpowerproducts.com, I want to know what. Hold me back. Don't do it, Tyler. Don't do it. It ain't worth it, man. It ain't worth it. You don't need 3 out of 3. That's right. He's attacked 2 people already.
Yeah.
Point blank. Unprovoked. Came through and just leveled him. You don't shop at Diesel Products. Sunday shiver. Just give it to him.
You ever seen a ridge hand strike? Huh?
Just fucking took him out. But yeah, if you are buying parts for your diesel pickup and you're not buying them from us, I do want to know, and it's not because I want to start a fight, even though maybe I will. I'm just kidding, I won't. But legitimately, we do want to be the best in the industry. So if you're buying parts and they're not from us, tell us why. And there's honestly, chances are we can fix it, or I can fix it. We know a lot, but we don't know everything. So if we're missing the boat on something, let me know, and I'll tell you either why we're not doing it or shit, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
So.
Fair enough. Ben, hit me with this. Let me guess. By the smirk on your face. Guess what, guys? We're talking about 7.3s. Are we?
Yeah, we are.
Again, Ben, just, saturating the podcast world with 7.3 content, which is actually shocking that as many people as there are out there that actually listen to our podcast that actually like this stuff. There's quite a few. There was a review that's like, stop the 7.3 stuff.
Was there really?
Stuff. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Right on. Appreciate it.
Stop the 7.3 stuff. You
Yeah,
appreciate it.
because I'm coming at you with more.
We actually
Haters
did,
fuel me.
We actually did do some coming stuff. We did that.
We did a lot,
yeah. Duramax. Yeah.
Badanga-doo.
Use that. Badanga-doo.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say there's an overwhelming support of the 7.3 stuff. I'll be honest, I wasn't aware that 7.3 people knew how to use the internet or podcasts, so I'm glad that they happen to listen to us. I appreciate it. I figured you guys are too busy for replacing O-rings and fixing high-pressure oil pumps to actually get on the internet and figure out how to find a podcast. But lo and behold, here we are.
Yeah.
And apparently you guys like it. So
Yeah. Like 7.3 guys are I still use an antenna for my TV.
Yeah.
I write letters.
Yeah. The 7.3 guys are the ones that like, I have dish, but I also have an antenna.
I feel like the reception is better on my antenna.
Yeah. 7.3. All right, let's do.
I can't figure out this remote. It's got too many buttons on it.
Here's 7.3 guys are the ones that they have digital, but then they happen to have whatever tool you need to measure the clarity between the same channel between digital and what they have on their antenna.
Yeah.
And they only watch that certain channel on which one gets the better reception. Keep in mind, to the normal naked eye, they're all crystal clear. But for some reason, 7.3 guys just find shit to figure out.
See that pixel right there? That one pixel. Yeah, doesn't come in. Yeah, you put those bunny ears on, it clears.
Clear as day. Clear as day. I relate this back to you, and I totally forgot. I think it was Bryce. I think it was him. I can't remember. But just recently went away from a 6.0 into an LB7. Sorry. And he was trying to figure out an idle surge issue, and me and him were like Instagram messaging back and forth, and I'm like Bryce, you're coming from a 6.0, okay? 6.0, you have 2 high pressure systems to worry about.
Yeah.
You have 1. Just use what you've learned about high pressure, and that's it.
Yeah.
You figured it out.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that 6.0 and 7.3 guys are superior, but if you have to learn and work on and understand 7.3s and 6.0s, going to anything else, it's like, wait a minute, there's just 1 pressure to worry about?
Yeah.
I have to worry about 2? And they don't work with each other? Oh. Well, that's easy. Well, let's figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm used to I got to diagnose this pressure system. They got to diagnose this pressure system.
Yeah.
And they got to figure out if they're talking to each other.
Yeah.
Because they might not be. The other way, it's like, does it have pressure? Yes.
Sweet.
It should run.
Yeah.
Is it not? Okay.
It's probably injectors.
It's probably injectors. some stupid like that. There's like 4 things.
Yeah.
Basically. But yeah, so let's talk about the excursion real quick. For those of you that don't know, I do have a 2001 Ford Excursion that I bought a little over, actually no, probably a year and a half ago.
What year did you say it was?
01.
Oh, I thought you said 04.
No, it's an 01. 7.3, this is my second excursion. Bought this with a 242. It now has 253 or 254 on there.
Jesus.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't drive that much. I've been slowly pretty much replacing everything on there and cleaning the underside with my body, because that's what you do when you buy high mileage 7.3s or just 7.3s in general, because they're all high mileage now. And if they're not high mileage, you're paying absolutely through the teeth for them or through the nose, and that's just life, because guess what? They're still 20 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I recently, not recently, I put a Hydra preloaded with gearhead tunes on there, which they are my preferred tuning avenue for 7.3s, especially for custom tuning on 7.3s. We do sell other options like TS, Edge, and who else makes a chip that we sell?
DP tuner.
Nope, don't sell them anymore.
We don't sell DPs anymore?
No.
They're all discontinued.
Yeah.
When did that happen? How did I miss that?
A while ago.
Wow.
Damn, Tyler, pick up a phone.
I would have totally recommended a DP tuner to somebody and be like, what the
Ah, shit.
where the is this thing?
No. Yeah, I can't remember any other chips that we sell.
6th position, I think it's just the Edge, the
TS,
and
Revolver,
Gearhead.
And Gearhead has the 6th position.
Yeah. But of the custom tuning, I do like Gearhead the best. Every time I run tuning on my truck and then I end up going to Gearhead, I'm like, God damn it, I'm an idiot. Why didn't I just do this sooner?
Yeah.
But what happened was my chip was coming loose in the PCM. And for those of you that don't know, 7.3s are so rudimentary that when you try to load tunes through the OBD2 port, the truck's PCM just doesn't quite have enough power. They do make OBD2 port tuners, okay? They do. Some of them are fine.
Edge Evolution.
If you're trying to get the best bang out of your tuning on there, you actually plug directly into, there's an accessory port on the actual PCM itself. It doesn't even touch the OBD2 port. It's like literally a little green motherboard. You like slam another motherboard on a little green connector on there.
And then you hold it on with duct tape. And that's like part of the install instructions. We were actually talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
And I've actually thought about buying a 3D printer and like trying to figure it out and do things. Somebody needs to 3D print because with those PCMs, there's a plastic holder that it slides into. If they could figure out a way to make a holder that has a provision for an aftermarket chip that holds it in the perfect position, genius. But still to this day, nobody has. 7.3 guys are just like
tape.
Didn't you hear Gorilla Tape came out? Like that stuff? Are you kidding me?
Here's the thing, though. Someone like me, and I've installed a ton of these chips.
I've actually, you know what's funny? I used to install those chips in our parking lot at our building before the building you came into. So our Stanley right across the road here. I was installing 7.3 chips and just right in the parking lot.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
They're not hard.
Hated it.
Yeah, they suck, but they're not hard.
Well, the thing that I hated the most about it is they give you a small piece
of the green Scotch-Brite.
A green Scotch-Brite pad. Like they literally went to the convenience store and bought Scotch-Brite pads and cut them into smaller squares.
It's a 1x1 square, like 1
and
inch.
Sent them with the chip, and then you sit there and scrape the silicone, whatever of wax covering off of the contacts, but you can't go too far.
Not too far.
Don't go too far. Otherwise, it won't work.
And then sometimes you get into the situation I am where it starts to slip or get disconnected.
Yeah.
So, and the thing is, like, I've installed a lot of these, and I am anal when it comes to how to clean these. And I honestly don't think I over-cleaned it. I could be wrong. The guys at Gearhead will tell me because my PCM is currently with FedEx on their way to them.
I'll be honest with you. I saw your picture. It looks a little over-cleaned if you ask me.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
I can't tell if you're being serious.
I'm being serious right now.
Are you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll pull them up in a minute here. But
it kind of does.
That's exactly the way. Well, no, the picture that I showed you, that's after it's like shifted around and scraped a whole bunch off.
Well, okay.
That was like after I pulled it out when it was slipping.
Okay, fair enough.
But anyways, what I want to talk about real quick here is the
I'm going
symptoms.
to interrupt you again.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah. I want to talk about the symptoms of a chip, or like if you're having issues. Here's the issues that I started experiencing. Okay.
Ben, take it away.
Here we go. Yeah. Tyler, go take a load off. So in my 7.3, obviously these are leaf sprung front end trucks. They ride like shit. But if your chip is loose and you happen to start going over some bumps, you may notice that you'll be driving and say your foot's in the throttle, and all of a sudden the truck just drops down basically to idle, like almost you slipped into neutral. Your dash will light up and you get a wait to start light. And you could press it to the floor all you want. Nothing happens, and all of a sudden it kicks back on. You start driving, everything's fine. First things first, if you are experiencing that, is are you fucking playing poker? He's already got his phone out playing poker.
No, I'm not.
Turn your sound on right now. Don't press anything else.
Oh, what do I hold? This is
It's a terrible hand.
Oh, 3 of a kind right there.
Dick. Anyways. If you're driving and you randomly get a wait to start light, the first symptom I would check is your PCM if it's slipping around or either your chip if it's slipping around the PCM. The other thing you can do is if you know where your PCM is, which you should because you just installed your chip in there, it's right by your left foot in the emergency brake pedal. So if you're don't do what I did, but if you're thinking it may be working, just take your foot and fucking kick it. Pro tip: don't do it while you're driving.
Oh my god. You 7.3 guys are so goofy. Like that literally could be, okay, along with the duct tape, like the install instructions, get chip, clean it with your wife's SOS pad from under the sink.
She has
Don't
one,
clean it too
worry.
much though. Duct tape it.
Yeah.
Thirdly, or fourthly, if it doesn't work, kick the shit out of it.
If it starts to work, repeat steps 1 through 3.
Yeah, if you kick it and it works, then repeat the first 3.
I'm telling you, we're a bunch of just smart idiots.
Well, yeah, yes, 100%.
Yeah.
7-3 guys are smart idiots,
That's it.
and it's not a bash on you guys.
I don't take offense to it whatsoever. We're
I
just.
know. It's-
I like cubic inches. Arr.
God.
Oil makes me happy.
Yeah.
Arr. That's it. That's all we are.
Yeah.
So that happened, and I managed to kick my PCM basically when I was like half a mile from home, and then it wouldn't start. So I basically made it start again, and then drove it all the way home and pulled out my PCM, re-cleaned it, retaped it, and retaped it. Put it back in the truck. Well, first I wasn't sure if it was the tuner. So I took the chip out and the truck immediately started. No way, wait to start light came on. Or also, if you're trying to diagnose what's going on, if you turn the key to the on position and no wait to start light comes on, no matter how much you crank it, it's not going to start.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. The wait to start light is a very good diagnostic indicator on those trucks. Yeah, I don't care if it's 100 degrees outside. The wait to start light still comes on, albeit short, it still comes on. But I took the chip out and the truck fired right up fine. I was like, okay, good. PCM's not screwed because, they tell you in the instructions, don't even have your keys in the ignition if you're messing around with the PCM. Truthfully, the instructions say like disconnect your batteries.
Yeah.
You don't want to, because 7.3 PCMs are basically second as far as fragility goes to LLY PCMs.
Yeah.
They're very fragile, and they're known to break, and they're hard to get hold of, sort of.
Yeah, and it's actually a really good quote unquote pro tip.
Mm-hmm.
If you're worried about it, just unplug it.
Mm-hmm.
Not unplug it, but disconnect your batteries. Just do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
Even if you screw it up, like just disconnect them.
And I'm usually pretty anal about that. Like, I will specifically take my keys out of the vehicle and put them in my toolbox drawer when I do PCM stuff, because it's like when you dry fire a gun. Like, I don't want ammo in the room. I don't want live ammo anywhere near the room while I'm dry firing. Like, it has to be in a separate room, door closed, sterile environment.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, I'm in there, truck's running, kicking the PCM, connections going on and off. I'm like, this PCM's fucked. Yeah. And so I clean it all and put it back together and re-duct tape it down, and try and make it as tight as possible. And it runs, starts. While the truck is running, I'm in there slapping the PCM like an idiot. Still running, doesn't stop. I'm like, cool, we're good to go.
Yeah.
And then I drive to work the next morning. Hit a bump, cuts out. Shit. Hit a bump, cuts out. But I'm like close to work. I'm like, I just got to make it into the parking lot. That's all I got to do. The last stoplight to the parking lot, Fancher and Broadway, which is like a big intersection here in Spokane. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Truck at the intersection dies.
Perfect.
Great. At a red light. I'm like, I've got like 38 seconds to figure this out. And it's a busy ass intersection with no suicide lane.
Oh,
so
especially
I'm like,
in the morning too.
yeah.
Oh,
and I'm in the left lane. So it's like,
I got Broadway truck stops right down the road.
Yeah.
That's like a main truck stop hub.
So I got the door open. It's a blind corner. Like, the door halfway open, me hanging halfway out the cab to get the PCM, like shoving everything left and right, trying to make it work, trying to get the truck started. Finally, and I'm like getting ready to like put my flashes on and basically start waving people around me and like call you or get someone on the phone, like, come, just bring us tow strap, get over here quick. Because I'm not thinking like, oh my God, like I'm screwed. I'm like, I just fucked over so many people.
Yeah.
Like there is probably a line all the way down to the last like freeway exit if I'm here for more than 5 minutes. It's gonna screw everything up. And literally the light turns green. I hit the shit, just give it one last Hail Mary. Wham! Truck starts. I'm like, fucking go! Like hop back in, throw it in drive, and just like give it all it's got. I'm like, if this thing dies, I'm coasting in.
Yeah. And
I'm like I'm trying not to hit as many bumps as possible. And the bump getting into the parking lot shuts off. I'm like, so I like pull into the parking lot diagonal. I'm like, Made it.
Mint.
Success.
Yeah.
This is a victory in 7-3 land.
Yeah.
And so I'm in the parking lot, and I'm like, well, I should probably, try and get this a little figured out now before I walk into work. I got like 10 minutes. So I'm trying to find stuff in the vehicle to, like, hold it in there. I got kids. Found a Lego.
Yeah.
Jammed that in there.
What made it would have made that even better if you found like a Cheeto or like a Cheez-It or something, like a piece of food. Like
So
that.
I found the Lego, and I just shoved it in there with everything I had, and like I legit like tried to wiggle the chip after that. Wouldn't move. Truck started, it started like 4 or 5 times in a row. I slapped the PCM a whole bunch of times. It was fine. And I was like, all right, well, we'll see how this works. Flawless for like 2 weeks. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, you know
Fix.
what? If the Lego's in there, the Lego's in there.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I am good. Until I went to Costco on Sunday with my wife and my mother-in-law, and as we're pulling in, he goes, as we're in the parking lot, I'm like, shit. All right, here we go again.
Yeah.
So I'm in the parking lot, and I'm like, okay, you guys go ahead and go in, and I'll meet you in there. And so I'm in the parking lot trying to like wedge stuff in there, and finally I get to the point where it's like, it seems like it's past my slap test.
Yeah.
7-3 slap test. It passed. We're good. We're fine. Okay, so I go into Costco, we do our thing, we get our pizza, we get out there. I go to start the truck, won't start. I'm like, shit, I know exactly what it is. And of course, I don't know if you were around on Saturday, but it was about 9,000 degrees.
Yeah.
So, my wife, my 7-month-old baby, my son, and my mother-in-law are sitting in our freaking excursion
Hotbox.
baking, hotboxing. Meanwhile, my mother-in-law, and this is no fault to her own. She's like, I love my mother-in-law. I just want to put that out there. Like my wife's family has taken me in there as their own. Like I love them. They love me. But she's over there like, do we need to call AAA? And I'm like, it takes everything I have in my... Shut up! We don't need to call AAA. We're fine. I know exactly what's going on. In my head, that's what's happening. But out in my mouth, outside, it comes like, no, we're fine. Just give me 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So I go in the back, pull out my toolkit. If you don't have a toolkit in your truck, you should obviously have a toolkit. Here's a Harbor Freight plug. They make a 225-piece toolkit. If you're looking for one toolkit for your truck, that's the one I would buy. They're usually about $130. It has a 1/4 inch, a 3/8 inch, and a 1/2 inch drive ratchet in there with all sets, bits to go along, or sockets to go along with it, and crescent wrench, pliers, box end wrenches. It's a very good like briefcase set. Why do you have that smile on your face?
Because I was just thinking of a story when my mother-in-law we were camping in by Avery, Idaho. And so I give my mother-in-law shit all the time for this. She's got it's like a 2015 or 16 Yukon Denali.
Uh-huh.
And that thing like will lock itself like after like, I'm not even kidding you, like 5 seconds of you being away from it. Like just it'll lock, right? She was actually sleeping in her Yukon. She like made the whole back into a bed and whatever. Cool. Well, she left her keys in there and it locked. And we're in Avery, do no cell phone service. The first thing I do is I go in my trailer and I grab my hatchet. And I'm like picking the window that I want to bust out of this thing. And
I've been waiting for this for so long.
I seriously did. I'm like, luckily my buddy Mark was with us and he's like, well, I've got AAA. You could like use my AAA. And I'm like, damn it, Mark. I was like, I wanted to break this window. Like standing there with the hatchet. I'm like, you just give me the word. Yeah. I was like, I'll do this window because this, I don't want to do, that one might be expensive. This one's probably pretty cheap. I'll just do this window. And I'm like standing there, and I can just see the worry on her face. Like I'm just ready to just smash this window out. I'm like, I've never broken like a window out of like a nice rig before. Like, let me do it. Like, I'll do it. It'll be so cheap. It'll probably be cheaper. I'll like try to talk her into it. Yeah. Like, it's gonna be cheaper in AAA or anybody you call. Like, what are you gonna call? A tow truck, a locksmith? Like, a window is probably $200.
Yeah, that's gonna cost at least $500.
At least $5. Like, let me just smash this thing out.
And they're probably gonna fuck it up getting on a tow truck.
Yeah, or they're gonna scratch it trying to get in there with their.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm solving all sorts of problems.
This is the best, most economical,
It may
safest
not.
way.
I'm holding a hatchet. I'm like, it may not look like it, but I'm. This is me caring right now.
Yeah.
I'm looking out for you.
Yeah. I have your best interest at heart. Let me fuck your truck up.
AAA came out and got it, but yeah, darn it.
Didn't work.
Didn't work.
But yeah, so I'm in there and I'm like, you know, as the temperature seems to be increasing, I'm sweating my ass off. Luckily, obviously, I can still roll the windows down and, you know,
Yeah.
my son's got his, you know, my wife's phone, so he's watching freaking Rescue Rangers or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I give it like 4 or 5 different attempts. I like wedge it in there, find something else to wedge it in there, get it started, like literally just like tap it and it shuts off. So I try like 3 or 4 things to get it wedged in there. Finally, I'm just like, fuck this.
Take it out.
Take it out. Just pull the chip out. Truck started. And I'm like, okay, fine, we're getting home. You know, and so I drove with it like that for, I don't know, 3 or 4 days. And I'll tell you what, guys, a non-tuned 7.3, if any of you are out there driving a 7.3 that's not tuned, please tune your 7.3. For the safety of on-ramps, tune your 7.3. For the safety of getting across an intersection, tune your 7.3.
They're lethargic.
Oh my God, they
Animals.
sound like shit.
Yeah.
They operate terribly. They sound awful. Like, I never thought a tuner would make my, you know, an engine sound. It sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And I know you're probably thinking to yourself, like, well, I don't want to have the same chip problems that Ben has. That's fine. Just buy a basic OBD2 port. You get an Edge Evolution.
Yeah.
Get a freaking super chips. Just get something to wake that truck up. Oh my God. Do not drive stock. Oh. And I even have like, and when I tell you guys this, I have, aside from a tuner on there, you take that tuner off, aside from injectors, I have done everything that you can do to that without tuning on it. I have an intake. I have an exhaust. I have a high pressure oil pump. I have high pressure oil pump lines. I have a higher rated fuel. You know, I've upped the PSI as far as the fuel to the injectors go. Like, there's just about everything you can do to that truck. And it's a CNC stage 2 high pressure oil pump. This is a high pressure pump that's built to support like the biggest A-code injectors you can, and also big hybrids. Like this is not a little baby, you know, high pressure oil pump.
Yeah.
You know, this is literally everything you do to a truck without tuning it.
Yeah.
And it is still lethargic.
Yeah.
So please, for the love of God, people, just tune your freaking 7.3.
Yeah. My buddy with his 7.3, he's still got the original Edge Evolution handheld. Looks like a Nintendo controller.
Yeah.
Like that is what he's.
Does he want to upgrade to my old one?
No.
My Juice
He won't
Fat
change it. He hasn't changed the tune on that thing in probably 10 years.
You know, in his case, don't change it.
No. I told him, I was like, don't even mess with it.
Yeah.
Don't even attempt to tune it. Just
You
leave
change
it.
the oil, you change the fuel filter.
Yeah.
Do not touch it.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
Don't even look at it.
Don't even look at it.
Tell you what, you pop the hood to change the fuel filter, and that's it.
That's it.
And the oil, that's
it.
You don't touch anything. Don't even clean anything else.
Don't even.
Yeah.
No.
Not even a little bit. So I contacted our friends at Gearhead, and in my infinite wisdom of trying to jam the chip in harder, I totally screwed that thing up. I bent it all up, and it's all bashed in, and so I called them, and I'm like, hey, this is all me. This ain't you guys. It's all me. If it can be repaired, fine. If not, I need to order a new chip. I've got the tune saved. It's fine. And then I sent them pictures of the PC, and they're like, yeah, you should probably send us both. I'm like, cool. It's on its way next air. Please. But yeah, so that's where I'm at with my 7.3, and yeah, I'm excited for it. I got the I'll give you an update on the blue.
You
truck
should have
too.
them tape it. Professional tape job.
I was going to ask them, and I scoured their website today, but I was going to ask them if they could hardwire it in. If they, as long as like, and if no one's thought of doing that yet, maybe they should. But if as long as they can give me an USB port to be able to load other tunes on there, I don't care if they hardwire it in somehow. I don't care if they solder it together. That's fine. I just need to be able to, like, if I need to load single shot tuning on there, I can. And honestly, to me, and maybe this is a market that some people are missing. 7.3 guys, if you're listening and you're a tuner, you know, maybe we should talk. I don't know. These are just ideas, seriously. But if you can, rather than send someone a chip and have the issues with installation and issues with it coming loose later on and also other kind of crap, granted it's downtime with a truck, but if they can send you their PCM and you hardwire a chip in with a switch and a USB cord that comes out, you never have any connection issues, and I can literally load new tunes on there if I need to.
Or at least have maybe two clamps on either side of the chip to where when it's in there, it can clamp down and hold on.
Mm-hmm. It's just a friction fit. It doesn't.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, but I still think that the plastic case thing would be epic.
Ever since I've been thinking about that, and since you mentioned it, I've been thinking about it even more. I'm trying to think of a way to that I could try and make that work.
Yeah.
So I am going to try and dick around with that. Maybe I'll try some prototypes or something like that. But I don't know. But I think that's out there because I don't know what the price point would be. But like I mentioned before, for guys like me or anybody that's worried about them slipping, and again, 7.3 guys, a bunch of smart idiots, right? So if we were to sell a chip that had an option to add, is that Mark?
Yep.
Hey, let's all flip him off. Hey, Mark. Everything. You've done everything. You can't hear him, but
you breathe.
Easier.
Huh?
You've done nothing to make my life easier.
What are you talking about?
Dude, check out my new steering wheel.
Yeah. If you're a first-time listener, just so you know, our podcast room, and here Mark's going to walk by. Say, hi, Mark. Come on in, Mark. There you go. Say hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Go put your hands on that. Don't
God,
just look
you're
at
a
it. Go put your
12-year-old.
hands on it.
Mark's one of our glorious sales guys here. He's been on the podcast before. But our podcast room is actually, it's behind the wall that you see our logo on, and it's all our warehouse and our stock and our shop. So when they're closing up, they come through, do a walk around, and we see Mark.
Razor or Race Honda, right?
Race Honda. Honda Racing.
Man.
Sandman! Look at that. Wow, we're just getting visited by everybody.
Everybody's
Come on
coming
in,
in. Sands
Sands.
coming in.
Look at this. His glory. He should be in a Pantene Pro V commercial. Look
Get
at
on
that
over
hair.
here saying, hey,
Get
both
over
of you
here.
come in here. I want you guys to vote.
Yeah, these are our sales. These are our main sales guys right here. Look at
So
them.
damn.
God, smack them harder next time. Oh my God! Look at that.
Damn, that's
Look
amazing.
at that.
That's glorious. So these two beautiful gentlemen behind us are our sales guys here. Our sales manager and our sales guys. Sands the sales manager.
Yeah.
Who do you want to see on the podcast next?
Yeah.
I want to hear a vote. Who do you want? Mark, the Crane Eater, or Sands, Totem Pole Anderson? Is that okay? Is that PC?
It's okay now.
Is that PC?
Sands is like, I think I'm gonna keep that. I think I'm gonna put that on my
Well, it
business
works. I
cards.
mean, you're a tall guy.
Yeah.
Is that trademarked?
Sands Locks of Love Anderson.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm so jealous of his hair. You have no
Dude.
idea.
Jealous of your
People in the
beard.
comments come up with that.
This is all
Listen.
I get. This is it.
Hey, you win some, you
I
lose some.
participated in
Okay.
November, like last November.
Oh gosh. This is great.
All right, get the hell off my podcast. You guys vote. Tell us who you want to see, and we'll have them on next.
Actually, I think we need Sands on here because he just ordered. What'd you get, Sands? A little Wagler block.
Some stuff.
Yeah. You getting that fictitious Duramax running
Yeah,
again?
so Sands is our resident Sparkly Britches owner.
Yeah.
I love it because as much as we make fun of Duramax guys, Sands is a Duramax guy, and he's
That
actually got
is-
a really cool Duramax.
Yeah, it is really cool, but he does not fit the bill of an actual Duramax owner guy.
No.
Like at all. Completely opposite.
For starters, he's a man. 2, he likes chicks.
Yeah.
3, I've never seen him rollerblade.
I've never seen him order a Frappuccino or have a Frappuccino at his desk.
Mocha Foca Frappuccino.
It's not him. That's not him.
Frappa Chocolate.
He looks like he drinks black coffee. Straight up.
And black beer.
Americano.
Yeah.
That's it.
Straight.
Straight.
That's
right
it.
out the pot.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope this has really convinced you to buy a 7.3. If it hasn't, then I don't know what will. Also, please tune your 7.3. And
Yeah.
if you're having issues with your tuner, or your truck is tuned and it's a 7.3, and you're having a crank to start issue, or crank no start,
You need better tape.
I mean, end of the story, yes. But if you're having a crank no start issue and you're getting a no wait to start light, first things first, check connections to PCM, especially if you have a tuner. If you don't have a tuner, your next step is, I would say, crank position sensor. But most of us have our trucks tuned, and for the love of God, if you don't, please call me. I'll help you out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about going to wrap this one up. Appreciate all you guys for listening, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe and check us out at dieselpowerproducts.com.